Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Josh Denne, and I have the privilege of going through the secret overview. I suspect that the individual who invited you on this webinar this morning is pretty excited, and they're asking you to take a look at what Secret's doing and perhaps how you can participate, or really maybe how you can help your friend, family member, or colleague in their endeavor. Like I said, my name is Josh Denne. I've had the privilege of being around this profession of relationship marketing for almost 20 years. In fact, June, it'll be my 20th year being around this type of business. And I think, like a lot of people in the very beginning, I was skeptical only because it was a different way of doing business. And there's so many different opportunities out there. And what's real, what's not real, and I think as a young man, I was really curious as to finding out how could somebody achieve success in life. I was told, like I think a lot of people, no matter where you live in the world, that the key to success is go to school, get good grades, go out there and get a good college degree, and then take that diploma and go play the resume game and find a company that's willing to trade you money for your skill, or willing to bring you into their organization and rise you within their ranks. And one day, if you work hard enough, you'll be discovered, and you'll kind of climb that corporate ladder and end up being able to retire and live the American dream, Canadian dream, Mexican dream, whatever country you're in. That's kind of the idea anyway. I know it is that way in Australia and a lot of European countries as well, especially in Japan or Asia. I know there's people from all over the world that have logged on here this morning. And if you're like me, if you went down that road, you probably found out that's not entirely true. Actually, for me, I made a lot of mistakes when I was younger, especially in high school, like not going. So unfortunately, I didn't graduate. And if you live in America, and I'm pretty much confident that this is the same way everywhere in the world, that if you don't graduate, you don't think to yourself, I'm going to be successful. In fact, most of society would say, you're not going to do well. You're going to be basically working blue collar work, or basically working for someone else your whole life. And that's what I was thinking when I came across opportunities that were basically home-based businesses. And what intrigued me was the low startup cost for the ability to go out there and earn income, actually earn really good income. Some of the people I had met had achieved a millionaire status that had similar backgrounds to mine, hadn't maybe gone through the schooling system the way most people had. But they said, Josh, in this type of business, your past doesn't have to equal your future, because there's mentors, there's coaches, there's a program that if you're willing to follow sincerely, then you can achieve success. And they said, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard work, just like anything, but it'll be worth it. And that's what happened. That's what I did. I got involved in this profession, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't, get rich quick, although it wasn't get rich slow either. But there was a process. There was a system that I could follow. There was coaches, there was mentors that weren't available to me in any other line of work, that were willing to teach me what to do. And as a result, I was able to earn a tremendous fortune in my 20s, and I've been building businesses and been successful, thank God, in many endeavors. I've also had some pretty epic failures. I've lost millions of dollars in business, but overall, it's been a phenomenal journey. And today, I want to talk about the company Secret, because Secret revolutionized the life that I'm able to live with my family. I make my home in Phoenix, Arizona, with my wife, Cindy, and my daughters, Michelle, Joy, and Jocelyn. And if you have a family and you have kids, the most important thing is being with them. And what I love about a business like Secret is you're able to start part-time. So you may have another career, you may have other business obligations that you're currently working, but with this model that I'm about to show you, and with this concept, you can start spare time. And we have actually a good friend of mine. He's a very successful and famous doctor in Los Angeles. He started with this very spare time. In fact, he is still spare time, but he's able to earn a nice, strong, six-figure income in climbing spare time simply by participating with the Secret business. In fact, another friend of mine, Nicole Wong, out of Washington, she started with us part-time and got to about $250,000 a year part-time before she ended up going full-time. So you can start part-time and then work your way into a career here with Secret that can literally set you free. And I'm not, if those of you know, I'm not a hype person. I know a lot of those people. That's not my style. I like to be very conservative in my numbers. I like to under promise and over deliver. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you the opportunity of Secret and how, if you choose to take advantage of this, you can position yourself in front of this trend and do extraordinarily well. If you want to become financially independent, I believe that's available here. If you want to just make some part-time income, whether it be an extra couple $100 a week or a couple extra $100 a month, whatever it is for you, that's also available as well. So what are we doing? Who is Secret? I'm going to use this flip chart that the company gives you. So I have nothing really fancy here. Basically, we are a international skincare brand, okay, that has advanced technologies utilizing Dead Sea. That's our true marketing proposition. Is we have Dead Sea minerals. We've already sold over $1 billion in retail and kiosks in close to about 1,000 retail locations in 40 countries around the world. Now that's amazing, but what we've realized is with technology, with social media, the world has changed. You know it and I know it. In fact, retail's changed, consumption's changed. You and I, the way we purchase products is much different today than it's ever been. And the companies that are catching that trend and position themselves to profit from this trend are doing exceptionally well. Retail as we know it, folks, is gone. It's not the way it used to be. And I'm not saying it's vanished off the earth, but the statistics show us that most of the major retail chains in the next 10 years are no longer going to exist. They can't compete anymore. The old advertising, hiring a Madison, Fifth Avenue, Madison firm, advertising firm to get your message to the market doesn't work the same way it used to. People are tired of the bombardment of advertisement on their television, on their email, through their social media sites. And what they do is they take recommendations from friends. I mean, isn't it true? Think about it. Your friend recommends something, you're more likely to listen to that recommendation. In fact, most of the time when we're asking for recommendations about a restaurant, a movie, a particular clothing line, whatever it may be, we're going to ask a friend first. What do you think about this? How's this worked for you? And we're going to take their recommendation over some advertisement. Why? Well, because we trust them. They're our friends. We care about what they think. And so this company, Secret, that had been doing exceptionally well around the world in these kiosks, realized that the world's changing, and they made a decision to shift their marketing into this relationship platform, this relationship person to person. Again, instead of using television to get the message out, we use tell a friend. And it works. Now, it works exceptionally well. We're able to save so much money by doing that. I mean, you think about it. In a traditional marketing chain, you've got your manufacturer, and they want a piece of the pie, or they're not going to be in business. So obviously, they need to make some profit. You typically have a global distributor, right? They need a piece of the pie, or they're not going to be in the business. A national distributor, a local distributor, or your retailer, and all of them contributing some major advertising campaign to get their message, their product into your mind. All of that costs tremendous amounts of money. For example, a typical T-shirt is manufactured at maybe 25 cents. But you and I walk into one of the major department stores, and a name brand recognition clothing line that you may think of, they're going to sell that same 25-cent manufactured product for $50 or $100. That's a lot of markup. Well, it's not like the retailer's getting rich on that. There's a whole lot of little pieces in the pie that are taking some of the money. Well, we've decided as Secret to eliminate all of the middlemen, all the advertisement, which opens up a lot of profit, a lot of money. Now, what do we do with that? Number one, first and foremost, we deliver the product to the consumer for less. So this same high quality product that people are buying for $50 all day long. This is minerals from the Dead Sea, actual salt from the Dead Sea. What it does use phenomenal. We'll talk about that in a moment. But this product that was selling for $50, we were able to deliver that for $25 at profit. How? Because we're also able to take some of that money and share it with people like you and I for simply getting the word out. That's all. I'll give you an example. You share this product with my wife and I. We like it. You don't twist our arm. You don't sell us. You just share it with us. Let us know it exists. In fact, you actually do the advertising. We see it, we use it, we like it, we buy it. Now, because of your recommendation, instead of buying it for $50, we're able to buy it for $25 because you're our friend and you're the one who recommended us. Number one, are we happy? Well, absolutely. Of course we're happy. We get a discount because you're our friend and you shared this with us. However, the company says thank you. If it wasn't for you, Josh and Cindy wouldn't be customers with this company, so we're going to go ahead and pay you. Now get this, as customers, they're going to pay you 20 to 25% of the dollar the first time we order. Now that's pretty cool. Again, you know, say the product was $100, just for round numbers. You show it to us and you're brand new, you get $20 for helping the company acquire a customer. I mean, it'd only stand to reason that they do that, wouldn't it? I mean, think about it. If it wasn't for you, me and my wife, we wouldn't be customers. So they're going to pay you. But guess what? It gets better. Every time we purchase, they're going to pay you. They're going to pay you a percentage of the volume month in, month out, every time we buy, no matter what we buy. If we buy anything, we have over 40 products. We're constantly improving our line. We've got every product, men, women, babies. You know, it doesn't matter if you're 8 days old or 108, no matter what your skin type is, we have products for skin. In fact, if you're thinking right now, who do I know that has skin? You're probably thinking everybody. We're not cosmetics, guys, okay? This isn't makeup. This is caring for the skin. This is skin care. All of us have skin. Very important to take care of it. So my wife and I, we have products for men. You know, we got this amazing aftershave here. Of course, it's in a nice black box, and it's black, so you know us guys don't get confused. Okay, but we start buying these products, all sorts of different products for our whole family. Every time we buy anything from Secret, now you get paid. Why? You're the one who acquired us as a customer. So that's the two things we do with the savings. Now, just kind of give you an idea, we use the highest grade technologies in the platform today: peptide technology, biomagnetism, nanotechnology. We have vitamins, plant extracts, fatty acids, essential oils. We don't do any animal testing. We have the highest quality ingredients imaginable. And what we like to say is we're the best of science and the best of nature combined. We make these secret products. Of course, the Dead Sea is the lowest point on Earth. Okay, people come from all over the world to experience the healing powers of the Dead Sea. Our manufacturers, the leader in the world. They're the best in the world at what they do. They own over 500 brands, to my knowledge. They're the best. I think $25 billion last year plus. They are the leader. Okay, we bet the best technologies in the world. What we do. Again, the Dead Sea, 1,300 feet below sea level. And there are 5 rivers that basically feed the Dead Sea with naturally occurring minerals. That's why it's basically the richest place on Earth, according to minerals. There's 26 minerals there, 12 of which are found nowhere else but those waters. Okay, and of course, people have traveled there for years to experience it. And we've got the Dead Sea is known for helping with situations like acne, psoriasis, rosacea, eczema, respiratory problems, you name it. You probably can Google the Dead Sea and see all the incredible things that it's done. Okay, I'm not going to go through all this stuff today, but obviously we have tremendous products. Again, products for the body, products for the face, products for people who are trying to defy the age. Of course, that's a huge thing these days with the baby boomer generation. It's a massive situation. And I'm going to go right now to some of the pictures, some of the before and after pictures. And again, I could talk about these products all day, but it's not until you experience them yourself, you really see it, that you'll know what I'm talking about. So my suggestion would become a customer at the very least. The person who invited you on here, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. There's no setup fee. Excuse me. There's no cancellation fee. Nothing to lose. Try the products. Give them a test drive. See how they work for you. Because like most of us, when we see it for the first time, there's no denying it. Of course, we have these masks here. I want to show you some of these before and after pictures. And again, this doesn't do justice. In the neck and décolleté area here, you can see a huge difference, especially in this gentleman's eye area here to here. Obviously, a very big difference. And that's just 15 minutes after one application. 15 minutes after one application. That's our nanoparticle technology. Again, it gets better and better. And I'd imagine the person who invited you on here can share this with you or show it to you. But it's remarkable, guys. All I can say is the proof's in the pudding. Try the products yourself. You'll experience them. It's very simple to acquire customers. All you got to do is show the products to people. Most people, when they experience it, they want to buy. Again, with our no setup fee or no cancellation fee, our 30-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk, and people will buy the products. However, what I'm doing this webinar for today, and why the person who invited you on this webinar is probably really excited, is because we're looking for men and women right now that are really looking to improve the quality of their life, earn additional income by helping this company acquire customers. And we will pay you to do it. Much like I explained earlier, we're going to pay you for doing it. We're going to pay you every time they become a customer. We're going to give you a good, nice chunk up front, and then we're going to pay you on a residual basis for as long as that person's a customer and ordering. Additionally, there's some people that are smart like you that are going to also say to themselves, you know what, I could use some extra money. You know what, why not? This makes sense. Obviously, these products are great. Once you experience them, for sure, you'll say that. It's not selling when you believe in something and you realize that. You go, okay, I believe in this. I'm not selling anybody. I'm not, twisting arms. I'm not knocking on doors. I'm simply sharing with the people I love and care about that which I know has value. Whether they buy it, great. If they don't, that's okay too. And then some of those people are also looking for opportunity. You may say, Josh, I'm shy. I don't really know. I'm not that kind of outgoing personality type. That's fine. Okay. Find those people, introduce them to this company. And if they go out and acquire customers, we're going to pay you. Okay. We're going to pay you a lot of money. All right. Now, let's see here. Because there's really two ways to participate. You got become a VIP customer, and you get all sorts of benefits by becoming a VIP customer. You get points every time you order, all that good stuff. Or you could just buy retail. There's no monthly reoccurring order. If you don't want to, you can buy once a month, once a day, once a week, once a year. It doesn't matter. And if you buy a certain amount, just like any rewards program in the marketplace today with any company that's offering rewards programs, as long as you have a certain amount of points, or that's dollars, every dollars that you spend, you're going to get incredible benefits, huge discounts, gifts, all sorts of great stuff. And you can work your way all up to what's called elite status, get free shipping, all this good stuff, okay? Or you could become a secret agent. That's what I am. That's what the person who invited you on this webinar is, more than likely. And that's how you get paid for people doing this. It's $49. Okay, you get this great secret agent kit here. It's pretty cool. Comes in the mail. Just $49. You get an incredible software program. I know we've spent just about 7 figures now, almost $1 million on the application, the software, all the code that runs into this platform, makes it work. Tracking your customers, tracking your the agency that starts to build as a result of your efforts, where you can see everything real time, your commissions, how much money you're able to earn. Valuable training content. And again, soon we're going to have a new kit that we're launching here real soon. You can see a real nice hardcore briefcase with all sorts of goodies in it. Again, $49 for this one, $99 for the next one that's coming out. And that covers you for an entire year. That's just $49 renewal from that point forward, moving on. So you have access to all this incredible by the way, you get everything. When you get the flip chart I've been showing you, you get training CDs, applications, brochures, samples, everything that you need. Okay. Now, in addition to that, you're able to earn incredible income. Incredible income by simply helping people, again, become a part of the program. And we make it very simple for you to get a bunch of products up front. Again, if you're going to open up a shoe store, you probably need a lot of shoes, wouldn't you? Open up a sandwich shop, you probably need some sandwiches. If you open up a clothing company, you need some clothes. It doesn't matter what kind of company you open up. When you open up a company, you need some product. You need stuff. Now, it's not mandatory. You don't have to have it. However, it'd be very difficult to try to rub brochures on people and show them how they can win. Show them how good these products are by, grabbing one of our brochures here and saying, hey, this product's awesome, and you should try it. Get some product for yourself. We have different kits available. We've got our professional package, which is recommended. Professional package is $16.99, not including the $49. This is where you get about $4,200 plus worth of product. Gives you everything you need. Very low startup cost for a business of this magnitude. We also have a special agent set for just $14.50. over $3,000 worth of value. You got your premium kit, which is $550, gives you some products to get going, about $1,300 plus worth of value. And of course, your basic kit for $150, which is about $380 plus worth of value. So that's kind of how you get started. Again, it's all on the website for the person who invited you on here. So you can have product, so you can start sharing it with people and start getting into business right away. Now, every time someone becomes a customer, you get paid. Every time someone gets started as a business owner, you can get paid. You can get paid for enrolling them as an agent. And every time they start acquiring customers, you can start to get paid. It's like building any business. You fill your company in. You go out there and find the people that are smart like you, that are driven, that are willing to do what it takes to succeed. And I'm not promising anybody here on this webinar that this is going to be easy, that you're just going to sign up and make a ton of money, because that's just not true. However, what I can promise you, if you get started, you plug into the system, you follow our program, you will have a lot of support to help you. You will have people that are willing to reach their hand out, teach you what they've learned, show you exactly what to do. I'm working with the group of people who invited you on here, so this won't be, I'm not just some guy on the other end of a computer screen. We'll be able to be over the phone together. We'll be able to talk. We'll be able to work with each other in helping you succeed. We are right now looking for men and women that have courage, that are willing to do something different. And my mentor taught me a long time ago. He said, Josh, he said, successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people aren't willing to do. If you want to be really successful, you got to do something different. If you want different results in your life, you got to be willing to do something different. And at the beginning, it was very hard for me to start changing my mind and start thinking like an entrepreneur. But once I did that, once I got on that path, I started following the program. As crazy as it seemed, it started to work for me. Again, guys, I didn't graduate high school. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I promise you I'm not. But I'm in the shed. I get it. I'm willing to work hard for my family. And look, we only live one time. As far as I know, that's it. Most people, they spend their whole life working like crazy for a dollar bill. Working like crazy, trading their time for money, trading their time for money, and never really getting ahead. Get deeper and deeper in debt, get more and more frustrated. And if you're like the countless tens of thousands of us right now that know the old way of doing things is simply not working in the information age, that something's got to change, and I've got to do something different today to get something different tomorrow, then we're looking for you. We're looking for someone that sees it and is willing to put in the work. And it doesn't matter where you start, whatever package you're able to get in at, get started. Start your own business. This is an investment in you. We're not trying to sell you anything here, folks. We're trying to see, hey, are you interested sincerely in building a business? And if you are you willing to invest in you? Are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you willing to get started? Are you willing to follow our program? Because we've got a simple, duplicatable program that if you follow and you're consistent with, you'll succeed. We have no doubt about it. Again, this is a small highlight of how to succeed. If I can recap real quickly, we've got this it's almost 15-year-old company right now, 10 years with Secret, marketing these products in 40 countries around the world, and some of the highest end shopping centers around the world. Sold over $1 billion worth of product at twice the price, and going into this new platform so we can deliver this product at discount, as much as 50, sometimes even 60% off to the consumer for profit by helping the company acquire their customer base. It's really that simple. That's what we're doing. We're looking for people who see it, who can experience the product, believe in it. Again, if you don't believe in these products, you don't want to use these products, guys, this business is not for you. Go do something you feel passionate about. And again, I'm not so passionate about skincare per se, but I'm passionate about giving a better life for my family, and I see it. It makes sense. Yes, these products work. I know they're good. I use them myself. I like them. I use them, and I have no problem recommending them to people I love and care about because I know they work, and they're getting a great deal. They can't go to the store and buy it for less. Because of your recommendation, they get a discount, and because we're willing to help the company acquire the customer base, we get paid. And the more people we recommend, the more we get paid. As you start to build your distribution network, say you brought us on as agents, we said, you know what, not only do we want to be customers, but we want to make some extra money. And we go out there and we start to do real well. There's a program and a way where you can earn income by bringing us to the table. Just like any company would offer you a fee for bringing in a good employee, or someone who produces for that company, drives revenue for that company. Secret's no different, except for Secret's a little better. Not only will they pay you once, but they'll continue to pay. For example, once you reach a particular leadership position in our company and you help me do that, or maybe I do it on my own, you're able to earn a check match. 20%, as a matter of fact. I go out and earn $1,000 in team commissions. You can make $200 because you're the one who introduced me. I go out and make $10,000 in team commissions. Well, you can earn $2,000 because you introduced me. I go out and earn $100,000 in team commissions. That's $20,000 for you because you introduced my wife and I to this company. And you don't have to be amazing. You can say, Josh, I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm shy. I don't know if I can do what you can do. That's fine. Find someone like me. If you introduced me to this company and I went out and I did it, you'd be rewarded because, again, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. There's a variety of ways to get paid here, okay? Get back to the person who invited you. Let them know how you want to participate. It's very simple. Either A, B, or C. Let them know. They're going to probably call you. Maybe they're sitting next to you right now. Make it easy on them. Make it easy on yourself. Okay, this is not some sales deal. You either want to do it or you don't, or maybe you want more information. Either way, we can give that to you. But let them know, hey, I'm a A, B, or C. What's that? C says, you know what, I'll be a customer. Why not? Let me buy some product. No obligation, whatever. If it's good as you say, I'll buy more. A B says, why not? I'll be a preferred customer. I'll start today. VIP. Why not? There's no setup fee. There's no cancellation fee. Money back guarantee. Nothing to lose. Again, if they're as good as you say they are and I like them, I'll keep buying them. But I have some questions about the business. That's fine. We'll get you started as a customer and we'll help you learn more about the business to satisfy your questions. In fact, in a moment, I'm going to stop talking and you can type your questions into the box below and I'll answer your questions. I'll stay on here as long as it takes to help satisfy whatever questions you may have to help you make an informed decision. And then there's the A's. The A's say, listen, I get it. It makes sense. When you said the company's already sold $1 billion at retail and they're moving into this new platform, allowing consumers to get a huge discount, that's it. That makes sense. Wealth is changing hands. I want to position myself in front of it because history shows anytime you can position yourself in front of a moving trend that's already proven to work, there's a lot of opportunity. I get it. I see it. I'm going to be an agent. I'm going to pick a package. I'm going to get started today. I'm going to go through the program. You say you have a system. What is it? You'll have a back office with a training program there. We do webinars every Sunday, every Wednesday for training. You'll get on the phone with one of us leaders. We'll teach you what to do. We have a blueprint for success. Everything you need to succeed and win has already been designed, has already been set up, and you're an A. You say, I get that. I'm in. Let me get started today because I know as the word starts to spread, if my friend's in, my colleagues in, my family members already involved, I know they're going to make this happen. I don't want to miss out. I'm going to get started today. So as the word of this spreads from street to street, neighborhood to neighborhood, city to city, the people who get involved after today can potentially be a part of the network I'm creating, and I can position myself in front of this trend. Let me get started. So let the person know where you're at, A, B, or C. I realize this is just a few minutes of information. However, I will stay on the line or on this webinar platform to answer some questions here to help you out. It's been my privilege and honor to serve you. May God bless, and you have a wonderful day today. Okay. Let's see. Go to questions and answer, folks. By the way, the webinar is officially over. If you make your decision, go ahead and get enrolled. Get back with the person who invited you here. They'll help you out. But I know there's a lot of people on from all over the world right now, and I just want to make sure I'm here to answer questions. What advice can you give to those who are just starting their business? That's a great question. I would say if you're just getting started, do a couple things first. Make sure you explore a little bit about the back office, and you don't have to take days or weeks or months. You can do it in a few hours. Familiarize yourself with Secret. Understand our systems a little bit. We have a program that helps you with contact inviting, with delivering the content and the information to the people that you care about without being pushy or out being weird. Okay, we have a program. We have a system. So get to know that system. I would also encourage you, there's people that are mentors, coaches, people who got involved before you, what we call people in your support team. They get paid to help you. What I love about this business model, my friends, is, I would have never succeeded, really. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. It was my first time in business. I didn't know how to think like an entrepreneur. I didn't understand it at all. But I got with people that were in my support team, And they were willing to help me because they got paid to do so. Again, the person who invited you here, look, they only get paid one of two ways. Either A, helping someone get a quality product, secret, and as they continue to buy it, they get paid. Or two, helping someone get into business and helping them make money. Because if we get you into business and you don't make money, folks, that doesn't serve our interest at all. It's only if you learn how to do this that we win. Because every time you earn income, we're able to earn income. So that's built-in incentive to help you win. That's the only reason I succeeded. I had people who were financially incentivized to teach me, coach me, and help me. And the better I did, the better they did. And I didn't care. They could make as much money as they wanted off me. As long as you're teaching me how to do it, make your money. I'm happy with that. And I'm sure you would be too. Look, if we taught you how to make $1 million and we made 100 grand for doing it, I'm sure you wouldn't mind. Of course not. So get with that support team. Get on the phone with them. Find out what's going on with them. And continue to get information. And then the most important thing is be consistent. It's like exercising. If you want to build muscle, you can't just work out one day, right? If you want to plant a garden, you can't just plant the seed and water it one day. There's a consistent, steady effort that's required where you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and results don't come immediately. They don't. Not in business, not in exercise, not in farming, or it's life, it's nature, it's how it works. Unfortunately, today we're such a microwave society. We want things instantly. That's just not how life works. So if you can understand that, get with your mentors, be willing to follow the program, be consistent, you can succeed in a major way. Anyway, I hope that helps. We're going to refresh this again. By the way, I appreciate you all being on here. I know there's a lot of you on from all over the world. Japan, I see Germany, I see Australia, Canada, Mexico, Korea, obviously people from all over the United States. How long did it take me to make 6 figures with Secret? Guys, I want you to know, number one, my results are not typical, okay? I've done this for a long time. I really understand this business model. However, I know people who have never done this before in their life and gotten to 6 figures within a year, okay? Never been in any kind of business. Followed the system, got into a good 6-figure income in a year. So it's definitely possible. I'd say it's more probable than possible. It's just mathematics. For me, I think we're 6 months. And then 2 years to get to $1 million a year. So, but again, results aren't typical. Okay, I don't know how hard you're going to work. I don't know what you're going to do, but I do know that it is available. I know that if you put in the effort, you will succeed. Guys, go ahead and type the questions in. I can't get your name, so I don't know who you are. Unfortunately, the box doesn't say that. I gotta probably write a new code for that so we can find out who you are. But if you want me to know, just type your name in. Otherwise, you can remain anonymous if you desire. I can. I'm asking about, can you address the complete details of the commission structure? 20-25% on product, explain the team commissions. Absolutely, I can do that. Here's how the commission structure works in total. I'll kind of give you a little bit of the details here on the flip chart that kind of show you a little bit more, and then I'll go into the details. All right. These are the 5 ways we earn income. We got retail, VIP, elite customer commissions, team commissions, leadership check match, and performance bonuses. Retail, simple. Buy at wholesale, and sell at retail, keep the difference. Very simple to do. We're able to do that. You want to make a lot of money quickly, buy a bunch of product, retail it. Nail care kits, for example, you make about 30 bucks profit. As you can see here, we buy them for just under 20, sell them for just under 50, $30 spread there. You want to make 300 bucks, market 10 of those, done deal. You got some money in your pocket. Customer commission, simple. Now, what you were asking me earlier was what the difference between the 20 and 25% is. Okay, on WOW bonuses, first-time orders, you're able to earn 20 to 25% of the dollar. Okay, of the dollar, 30% on the WOW bonuses of the dollar. Okay, when you sell, it's a first-time order. Now, there's also associated volume that comes with each order. Now, obviously, in the first order, the volume's a little lower because we're paying a lot more money. but you're still able to earn 20 to 25% on the volume as well, okay? Now, what's the difference between 20 and 25%? It's the first leadership position in our company, what's called bronze, okay? Now, there's a special agent package that you get coded at a special agent payment, or excuse me, commissions earnings, which is very similar to bronze. Meaning you're going to get, instead of 20% of your team commissions, or excuse me, on your customer commissions, you get 25%, okay, for 12 weeks until you earn the position of bronze. You actually get that same benefit from that pro pack we talked about earlier. So these two packages here, you get the benefit of a special agent coding, which is very similar to the bronze commission structure. And you get 12 weeks to earn it, that you get paid there until you either qualify there or you don't, it'll go back down. But at bronze, you've got two teams you got building, basically you've got two people started. One on the right team, one on the left team, and between them and all their customers and anyone that they bring to the table, or anyone else that you brought to the table, you have 2,000 in sales volume in 1 week, or in a 4-week period of time on the right team. Is that right? No, I guess left team for you, and 2,000 in sales volume on the other team that same 4-week period of time. That also that actually is what makes you a bronze, and that's the difference between 20% team commissions, or excuse me, 20% sales volume commissions, or 25%. That's the difference in those two. Also, as bronze, you go from 10% as a bronze to 15% in the team commissions. Okay, so that's how that works. Of course, as you acquire customers, folks, you get into the global pool. 10 customers get you one share. Every 5 customers thereafter also get you another share, okay, of the global pool. That's all the customers worldwide. We take a percentage of that sales revenue, we put it in a pool, and we split that amongst, it's like a revenue share with the people who are acquiring the customers. 10 customers get you one share, like I said. 5 customers thereafter continue to add additional shares. Okay, shares sometimes are valued at between $70 and $100-something. But I think the low average is about $75 to $80 per share. So essentially, for your first 10, it's another $8 per month per customer on top of your commission. So it's really aggressive. There's a lot of payout there. Additionally, team commissions work like this. You're going to get paid a percentage of your team commissions. All your team. You build these 2 teams, 2 strong teams. As they start to build, whichever team's a little less volume for that week. So say you have 10,000 in volume here and 9,000 in volume here. Okay, in this particular cycle, this week, you get paid 10 to 15% of this team's volume. Now, this team volume will still roll. Maybe next week, this team goes up, and this team's your lesser team volume. You get 10 to 15% of this team volume. It's roughly 5% overall through infinity depth, up to $25,000 per week. Again, very aggressive. You may say, oh, that's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. But we have people on the team right now earning that kind of income by building this team. That's on top of your check match and all the rest of that. And of course, you get bonuses for advancing. And again, we can go into a lot more detail. We have a video on this in the back office that explains it a little bit more detail. But guys, here's your bonus structure. As you advance, you're going to earn anywhere from $15 here, getting started off, all the way up to $1 million, advancing to the top rank for a one-time rank advancement bonus. And then at Royale here, you are going to earn a $500 every 4-week Drive Your Dream bonus. That's going to go all the way up to $6,000. Again, that as long as you're qualified at these positions, that pays every 4 weeks. And we don't make you buy a car. You actually don't make you buy anything. If you don't want it, maybe your dream is to get out of debt. Maybe your dream is to pay off the car you got, get a new car, get a new home, pay off your home, whatever, college tuition for a kid, whatever it is. It's your money. We're going to pay you. So that's the rough way, if you excuse me, the quick way to explain that. Let's go into some more questions here. Well, you guys are staying on tough. Next question. I think, thank you a lot. I was sent this link after babysitting someone's kids, and she kept talking about this company and told me that I reminded her of you. And I was very, and this was very useful. What happened if I want to do it, but money tight to try startup, but I really want to? That's a great question. My battery's on 7%. I'm gonna run into my kitchen, grab my charger. For whatever reason, I forgot it, and I will be right back to answer that question. Give me a second. I'm back. Just gonna plug in here. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Let me explain what happened for me, just so you guys know. I was flat broke when I got started here. I'd made millions of dollars, and I went into a couple business ventures that failed miserably. Okay, so I ended up about $1 million in debt. Quite honestly, I couldn't afford the $49 to get started. So I know how you feel. But I borrowed the $49. I got involved, and I just started going and sharing the products with everybody I could, because you get actually back then we didn't have samples. We didn't even have a kit. We had nothing. But I used my sponsor's product, and I showed it to people. And I just went on a mission. I said, guys, look, this is what I'm doing. I found a way out of my situation. Again, my electricity was off. I was on food stamps. The only bill I paid in the world was my cell phone bill. I was married, 3 daughters. The third daughter's on the way. So you can imagine that's not the best place to be. I'd already lost my real estate. My cars were repossessed. I'd sold off all the other things that I had just to make these other businesses work out. And they failed. It just happens. And so, again, I didn't have anything. But if you have ambition, if you have desire, if you have willingness to work, and you're coachable, look, it doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you're going. So my suggestion is find a way. Ask 10 friends for $5. Okay, get involved. Or if you're in Canada, ask 10 friends for $7. Okay, or $8. Find a way. Find a way. My biggest advice to any of you out there that haven't achieved success in business yet: people who become financially independent, millionaires, whatever, they're not better than you. They're not. I know it for a fact. They just think differently. They were either raised that way, or they were lucky enough to bump into someone who taught them how to think. And that was what happened for me. I got lucky enough to get around someone who thought differently. He was a millionaire, and he taught me how to think that way. I promise you, you can all do that. And the biggest thing is taking full responsibility for where you're at, and not trying to go out there and have someone else solve your problems. Okay? Just take it upon yourself and figure out a way. Find a way to get started. If you can borrow it, do it. If you can get a credit card, do it. Do what you got to do, and then go work. Go work hard. Don't just sign up and pretend it's going to work for you and people are going to come knocking on your door, because that's not the fact. That's not what's going to happen. Study. There's so many books and tapes you can study that'll teach you how to go do this and do it effectively. You have mentors, you have coaches that'll help you, will help you. Okay? But the bottom line is, it doesn't matter where you start, it just matters where you're going. Okay? So I hope that helps. I'm going to refresh this again, see some more questions. There is still a lot of people on. Goodness gracious. Well, thank you for the comments and the kind, I really appreciate all the kind words. Touching on the being shy aspect, how can one overcome that to be successful? Shy it's a state of mind. It's not a real, it's not an ailment. It just means you haven't talked to a lot of people, and that's okay. I would say I'm shy, and I know that sounds kind of strange coming from me, especially in this situation. But I'm not an extroverted person. I don't like to go out and meet everybody like crazy. It's just not my personality type. But the reality is, I care more about my family's success and my future than I do about my fear of talking to somebody. Look, you can also send text messages. Today, there's the technology kind of helps eliminate a lot of the fear and the shyness. Send someone a text message. Say, hey, are you free for coffee? For a friend of yours. Meet me here at this location. Do a text message. You can send them a video. We have the videos to send them on. Say, hey, do me you're my friend. Can you do me a favor? Can you watch this 4-minute video? And they watch it. Okay? They ask you some questions. Can we meet for coffee? Go meet them for coffee and just be honest. Go, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. All I know is I think I found a way to change things in my life. And I just want to show you. I'm not interested in you doing this, but I know you know some people. Let me show you this and start demoing the products. Follow our system and be consistent. After a while, you get some confidence because you'll start to have some success. And I promise you won't be shy for that much longer. I'm very blessed to have an amazing Tracy Zimmer who enrolled me. This is an adventure. Absolutely. I wish Tracy Zimmer enrolled me. She's one of the best. Absolutely. I'm a big Tracy Zimmer fan. Okay. I noticed that there's some secret products on sites as Amazon. I thought it was only available through secret agents. Comments? Absolutely. Guys, every company under the sun has people trying to sell their products or whatever through Amazon, eBay, all these auction sites. Number one, it's against policies and procedures for anyone buying secret products to do that. We have a full investigation team that's working through it. We have invisible stamps that we put on there, and you see with this special detecting device, everything's coded. So when we find the people doing it, we terminate them and don't allow them to ever market secret or buy from secret ever again. So we're very strict on that. We also go after these companies. So you'll start seeing that less and less and less because these companies are getting more regulation from the government to actually have approval letters of us being able to resell or them reselling our products. That's one. The other thing is there's no checks and balances, guys. Like when people typically don't buy high-end skincare on auction sites. They don't. Now you have people that do, but the vast majority, we're talking 90+% of the market does not do that. Why? Because there's no checks and balances. There's no money back guarantee. If they get expired product, used product, which happens, there's no recourse. They can't do anything about it except for make a bad little claim on their eBay reseller, Amazon reseller. They don't care. They'll just change user IDs and open up a new account. Not a big deal, okay? Now, that doesn't affect us not being able to sell it to them because they only have one ID number, one credit card, one name when they buy, so we can eliminate that. And so it's not as a big issue as people think it is. Believe me, we're growing at a massive rate with all that happening. And again, the majority of people just don't buy high-end skincare in that fashion. They don't do it. There is a small segment, and we can live with losing that segment as we tighten and restrict people's ability to do that. Anyway, I hope that helps. One last refresh, guys. So get your questions in because I got some beautiful daughters to go play with and enjoy my Saturday. I'm sure you do have a lot of things to do. I'd encourage you, if you haven't yet gotten back to the person who invited you on this webinar, go there, get to their website, get enrolled today. There's a lot of benefit in getting started sooner than later, simply because of the structure of our situation. Will this be available later to share with your prospects? Yes, this will be up for replay for quite some time. Same link. As soon as this is over, you can click on this link and replay this and show this to as many people as you like. Okay. Anyway, here we go. And there's a great site called basicagenttraining.com. Has a ton of our stuff on archive. My website does as well. Please like us on Facebook. We'll that way we can follow. You can follow us and get our information. If you haven't registered for the email, please do so. So that way we can communicate with you. And you can hit me up on Facebook or through email. Be happy to talk with you, or maybe the individual who invited you on this webinar has my phone number. We can connect over the phone and talk about strategy and putting a particular plan together for you. All right, last time for questions. Enjoy my, hey, thanks for all the comments, guys. I really appreciate the kindness. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. We're going to continue to do this. So last but not least, this Sunday night, we're going to have what's called a vision cast, secret vision cast, and it's going to be 7 p.m. Sunday night. Register for it on basicagenttraining.com. Again, basicagenttraining.com, all spelled out, just like it sounds, Basic Agent Training. And it's going to be 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, a webinar on a very similar platform. We're going to be interviewing $750,000 annual earners, Casey and Elena Call. They are some of the top producers in our entire company. They're going to be talking about contact inviting. They're going to be talking about going, advancing to the commission structure. A lot of great things that you're going to want to know about. We're going to be interviewing some of our brand new agents who just got started, who are starting to make some great income, so you can hear different perspective, and you're going to get some updates from the company. A lot of great stuff this Sunday. Now, Wednesday, this following Wednesday, we're going to be doing another overview just like this at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on this exact same channel, right? This website, the same link at that's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Another webinar like this. I'll continually work on the improvement. I'm open to suggestion. Want to hear something different, hear something more. Happy to be of service and deliver content that's useful for you. And then at 7 p.m., we're going to be going through a in-depth contact inviting strategy through text messaging, through Facebook, using social media, using today's technology to help get the people that you love, that you care about, that you're connected with, the information about Secret to maximize your results, to get people to see it, look at it, like it, be excited about it, and get started. That's going to be this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm excited about this. A lot of online stuff we're able to utilize together, as well as some local events that may be popping up in your area. I'd suggest that you find out from the person who invited you here what systems that they have or what event systems that they utilize, and get out to one as soon as possible. I look forward to talking to you either over the phone or on the upcoming webinars. Again, thank you for your time. Appreciate you being here, and God bless. Fantastic weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.